implementation of stack using list in Python. So this is what we are going to do today, and it will take at least two periods are required for this. More than two can be there, but at least two periods are needed. Okay. So what we will be doing today, we will be breaking the different operations into small part, and we will be taking each portion separately. First, what different operations we have discussed, what different operations can we perform on a stack. We discussed this push, then pop,
Pop.
then we have discussed pick, then what we can display the elements of the uh, stack. So these operations we will be performing. Okay. So we will take one by one today, and we will discuss all of them. And after completing all these separately, we will be doing one complete program that will be the menu driven program, and where in one program we will implement all these operations based on choice of the user. Okay. So first let us discuss start with push operation. So push operation, uh, how how to do push operation. For push operation we will be taking append method of list. Okay. So let us move to the programming section directly, and there we will be discussing all these things. Okay. So first, you see, suppose you are having a stack which is in the form of a list like this, and name of the stack is, suppose you are writing stk stk, and it is an empty stack, means no elements are there, no elements are there. Here we are going to perform push operation. Okay. So no elements are there in the stack, and we have to perform push operation. So in the exam you will be asked to write a definition for that. Okay. Function definition. So we will be starting with function definition itself. So here you can write def, suppose name of the function is push, and your stack is this stk. So now the variable we have defined there, so we do not need to define this one. Okay. So this is our stack, and we want to perform push operation on it. So for pushing the elements on the stack, first of all we have to collect the elements. Okay. So collection of element can be done by taking input from the users. Okay. Or what you can do, you can pass the elements to be pushed in the stack in as a parameter to the function also. So first let us do by collecting it from the user. So what item you want to insert, let us take it from the user. So I'm writing item equal to input, enter item to be pushed. What item you want to push, first enter that item. So the user will enter the elements, and that is what we want to push it. So simply we will be writing name of the stack is stk. So stk dot, we will be using append, and what has to be appended, that item has to be appended. So we will be writing append stk, then append, and then item. So that we have done. Okay. After that, simply let us check this program. Function is completed. Okay. Here our pushing operation is done. So we will be checking it. So for checking we will be using the things. So if you are writing here, uh, suppose for calling this function we should have one uh, empty list. On that we will be pushing the elements, or we can have empty list, or non-empty list also can be there, no problem. But let us take one empty list. So our stack is, suppose this sta stack, This is our stack, and suppose at the beginning no element is there, and now we want to insert a 5 element onto this stack. So we will be calling this push operation 5 times. So we can put it inside the loop. So let us write like this: for x in range 5, because I want to push 5 elements. So I am given 5. And now simply we will be calling this function push, and this push function needs one parameter, and the parameter is the name of the stack itself. So on which stack we want to perform the action? We want to perform on this action on stack. So that we have to pass it here, stack. Okay, so that is what we have done. Okay, so now if you are running it, let us run it. So the function has been called, and because this push operation we have kept inside the loop, so 5 times this function will be called and 5 different element will be pushed on the stack. Okay, so first time let us push one element, suppose it is 1. I have pushed it. Next element, suppose I am pushing here this computer. Next element, suppose I am pushing mouse. Third, keyboard, and fourth is Python itself. Python. All the elements we have pushed on the stack. Okay, so in this program, here we have seen only pushing, how the pushing can be done. But if you want to see the current status of the stack, so here you can separately you can write, because stack stack is one variable, so you can do like this: print stack, and we can check it. Yes, all the items are present now in the stack, because stack is a simple list, so we are getting these things. Okay, but if you want to implement it in the form of stack, if you want to display it in the form of a stack, so that can also be done. Okay, okay. Here, if you want to modify something in the this function, means if you want to pass the item to be pushed on the stack as a parameter, then what, this a statement we do not need inside the definition, because we are passing it. For example, suppose here I am writing item. So now this push function is taking two parameters: one the stack on which we have to push the element, and next one is the item, what item we want to push on it. Okay, so both the parameters we are passing here. So now this step is not required. So here we can make it as a comment. Now what, only single statement is there inside the body of the function, that is stk dot append, and that item, what item we have passed here. Okay, that is what we need to do. Now here, uh, if you want to collect the element from the user, then what you can do, this statement now you can write here while calling the function, or simply suppose you want to push the control variable itself. So here what you can do, here you can give like this stk and then x. So what will happen now, for x in range 5, what we are doing, in what way we are calling the function push stack, and what has to be pushed here, we need to push x itself. So what will be the value of x, that will be pushed on the stack. Okay, so if you are running it, now the stack operation, pushing operation has been performed. Okay, so now you have to execute this one. So now you see, this time our stack is this one, because what is the value of x that we have pushed on the stack. Okay, so different way of defining the function can be done, and but you have to understand the basic things. One stack should be there and one item should be there to be pushed on that stack. So it depends upon you whether you want to pass the item as parameter to the function, or you want to get it from the user inside the function body, or at the time of calling the function. Depends upon you. Okay, so this is how push operation can be performed. Okay, I hope it is clear to you, all of you. Next, let us see pop operation. Pop operation. Pop. So for pop operation, we will be simply using pop function of list, because pop, when we are using pop function, then what happens? It removes the last element from the list, and it return the element also. So popping means what we are doing. We are removing the element from the list, and if you want to use it, then you can use it also, because pop function return the element also. Okay, so pop function we are going to perform. So we will be defining that. Pop operation. So here let us define pop. So on what we want to perform pop? So here we have to pass our stack. So on this stack we are going to perform pop operation. Okay. Then before writing this, before defining pop operation, one very important function we need to learn, that is what? First of all, we have to check whether any element is there in the stack or not. If the stack is empty, then no popping is possible. For example, suppose your stack is like this. At present, no element is there. So if you are trying to pop an element from the empty stack, then accordingly message should be displayed that no element is there. So popping is not possible. Okay, so that another operation here we can write, checking whether the function is empty, or stack is empty or not. So is empty function can be there. Is empty. So its work is to check whether the stack is empty or not. Okay, so that will first of all we will be writing that one. Okay, before defining pop operation. Okay, so here checking for empty stack. So we will be defining that. So def, let us give the name of the function as is empty, and this is the stack. We are going to check whether it is empty or not. So simply we can write like this: if stk is equal to this, no element is there, blank list is there. What it means? It means that stack is empty. So simply here you can write return what? True. Return true. Else return false. So we have written this. Def is empty. This is the stack we are checking whether it is empty or not. So if no element is there, then this function will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Okay. Simple. So now let us call this function to check. So we will be writing print is empty, and one stack we need to pass. So our current stack is this one. We have created one stack, so that stack can be passed here. Okay, so here let us pass that stack, stack. Okay, so what we are doing, we are checking whether this stack is empty or not. So we if you are running this, because stack is not empty, that's why we are getting here false. Okay, now suppose you are having one stack here, st2, st1, st2, and it is empty, and now you are writing here st2. So now we are going to check whether st2 is empty or not. So if you are running, this time it will give you true because st2 is empty state. So this function we have defined is empty function. Okay. Now what we can do here, we can define our pop function now. Def pop function. Pop function. Pop function. So let us define our pop function. Def pop, and on what we have to perform pop. So stk is our stack on which we are going to perform pop operation. Okay. So before doing pop operation, first of all we will be checking whether the stack is empty or not. If the stack is empty, then we will be popping it. Then we will if the stack is empty, then the popping is not possible, that we can write here. So let us do that one. So first let me write here, if is empty and this stk. So here we are calling this function. In this function, pop function, we are calling our other function, that is empty function. Okay. So this isEmpty function will be returning either true or false depending upon the stack we are passing to it. Okay. So if it is empty function, that it will return true. So if true, then what we have to do, we can write here like that, return underflow underflow means what? No elements are there in the stack, so popping cannot be done. Okay. Else means what? If this isEmpty has returned false, that means what? Elements are there in the stack and popping can be done. So here we can write what? Else we can write, now we have to perform popping because elements are there. So we can write the popped item. What item we have popped? So item equal to stk dot pop. Got it or not? Pop function, what it does? It remove the last element from the stack from the list, and it returns. So the returned item can be stored somewhere. So here we are having one variable, its name is item, and in that what we are doing, we are storing the popped item from the list. Okay, got it? So this is what we are doing. After this, suppose let us come here. Suppose this is your stack, this is your stack, and at present suppose this element is there and this element is there. So one time if you are performing pop, then what will happen? This item will be removed. Now still one element is there, so again popping is possible. So this time second time pop performed, then what will happen? This will be removed. Now the stack status is this one, no element is there in the stack. Okay, so now there is no element in the stack. So what will happen in this situation? The top will be pointing to null, है ना? Top क्या हो जाएगा? Because now element is not there. So top will be at this point. Top will be pointing to none because now no element is there. So top will be pointed to none. Otherwise, if any elements is there, suppose this is the situation. Three elements are there. Then pop first time. Then what will happen? This will be removed and top will come here. Next pop, what will happen? This will be removed and then top will come to here. Next time again, second and third time pop will be performed. Then this will be removed from the stack. Now no element is there. Then where the top will be pointing? So this time top will be pointing to none. Is it okay? Okay. So this is how we will be doing. So here we have done this one. We have popped the element. now we have to check. Okay, if you can write here also, if len is stk equal to 0, then because no element is there, in that case top should be pointing to none. So top should be equal to none. Else, what will be the value of top? Else, top equal to len stk minus 1. Is it okay to all of you? Hmm?
Yes, sir.
Let me explain. Right now, suppose these many elements are there. So, what are the index? Index is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is the top element. So, what is the top? Actually, here top represents what? Index. So, what is the top index here? Top index, top का value क्या है? 4. Okay. Top का index यहाँ पे value अगर 5 है तो you can write, suppose its name is stk. So, if you are writing stk top, so what will be the value? Stk top equal to 5. If you are writing stk3, so what will be the value? stk3. So here suppose you are having a value like this computer. So stk3 will be computer. Okay. So if this is the state of the stack, means no element is there, then top will be pointing to none. Top will be pointing to none. That means no elements are there in the stack. So top has no value in that case. But if element is there, one element is there, and suppose this element is mouse like this. So now top is pointing to here. Its index is 0. So top equal to 0. But stk top will be what? It will be equal to mouse. Okay. So that is what here we are doing. So top will be equal to len stk minus 1, because here you see if you are calculating for this purpose, if you are calculating the length of the stack, then what will be the length? 1 2 3 4 5, and but top is equal to 4. So len stk minus 1. Every always the top means the last index of the list will be equal to the length of the list minus 1. That you know. Okay. So that is what we have to do. So here that is what we have done here. This one. Okay. Top equal to len stk minus 1. Then simply what you have to do? From popping, what you have to do? You have to return the items. You have to return the item. Okay. So here you can write return what item has been popped, you return. So now you see from the top to the bottom of this function once again what different things it is going to return. Here one we have written one return statement, it is returning underflow. So in what situation it will return underflow? When the stack is empty. But if any element is there in the stack, then what will happen? The top element from the stack will be returned, because we are picking in item what we are keeping, the element at the top we are keeping. So that element will be returned. So that is what we are doing here. Okay. So now let us use this function. Let us use it. So here suppose our stack stack is there. So we will be using that one. Simply let me write here. Or here separately let me write print stack. So right now we are having 0 1 2 3 4. Okay. Now let me perform pop and this one st st stack. Okay, pop sts and run it. Oh, till now we have not executed it a single time, so here we will be using that one. Let me execute it. So here let me write pop, and our function stack is stack. Okay, so let us run it. So which element was at the top of the stack? This 4. So here we are getting this one 4 stack. Okay. Now again I am doing pop stack. So this time it is giving 2. Why? This time it should give what? 3, na? So now let me execute this one. 0 1. What is happening? 2 times it is okay. Got it. Got the thing or not?
Yes, sir. I think you have run it once again, so it
No, no,
had
no, no, no,
out.
no, no. See here, how many times this operation we are writing? So if you are executing this block of this code, then these two statements will execute separately. So at a time, two elements are being popped. Anna, if you
Yes,
write
sir.
it
Got
single
it.
time,
Yeah.
you write it single time. What I did here, I write it again. I written it again. Na? That's why 2 times this popping is called. So two elements simultaneously has been popped from the stack. So here we have to keep it one, but we have to execute it again and again. Okay. So now our current status of stack, let us check once again. We are having 0 and 1. So execute it once again. So 1 has been popped. Now again check the status of a stack. So 0 is left there. Again execute it. Again execute it. So 0 has been popped. Now again execute it. No elements are there. Now again execute it. So what it is coming? Underflow. Because now no elements are there in the stack. So it is giving us underflow.
But sir, what is the use of top in this function? Means
Top,
where
suppose for example suppose you want to print what elements are there on the top, which element is at the top, that you can do. Otherwise there is no use. Suppose you are asked to print the element at the top of the stack after performing pop, so you can use this one. Means here suppose I have written this one now, and now suppose here I am writing this also, else this top is there, and then here suppose I am writing print this stk is our stack, and then I am writing top. Okay, and let us perform this one once again. Populate our stack now. Okay, so our stack is now, once again we have got this one. Once again we are having all the elements are there. Okay, now repeatedly execute this one. So 3 is there. Once again execute. And what is happening now? The output is changed now. It is also showing the element at the top. So right now 3 is at the top. Once again let us execute. Now after this popping, our stack is this. So which element is at the top? This 2 is at the top,
two.
and we are getting this 2. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So anytime you can be asked that, okay, I need the element at the top, so for that we are calculating the top. Otherwise, for in this uh, function there is no use of top element, but if you are asked, then you can calculate it in this way. So top operation we have done. Next, what is there? Next we have to see this pick. Pick. So picking means what? We have to pick the element at the top. We have to pick the element of at the top. Okay. So simply we will be defining that also. Picking top element. Top element. So let us define def pick, and we have to pick from a stack. So what we will be doing, again we have to check whether the stack is empty. Then in that case there is no element at the top, no element in the stack, so simply we will be writing that one. So if is empty, is empty stk, then what we can print here? Print empty stack. Empty stack because element is not there. Else what we will be doing, we have to calculate, first we have to calculate the top. So we calculate top equal to len stk minus 1. So top we have calculated, and now we will be writing item equal to this stk top, and then we will be writing return item. So that we have done. So picking we have done. Now what is the difference between pick and pop? What is the difference between pick and pop? In pop, what we are doing, we are removing the top element from the stack. But in pick, we are not removing the element. Just we are checking what is there at the top, and we are taking it. But still, the element will remain there in the stack. So that is why here we are not using pop operation. यहाँ पे देखो, आप देखो यहाँ पे what we have done here. Here we have done pop, and pop does what? It removes the element. But in order to see what is there at the top, we are not using pop. Simply we are using the index, and we are looking what value is there at that particular index. So our index is top index, and we have calculated it like this, and then we are checking what element is there on the top. Okay, so that is the difference between this peak and pop. Okay, now let us use it. This should be out of this return element. So now we are going to use it. So our stack, suppose we are having a stack like this, lst equal to this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, and now I am writing print this pick lst, pick lst. We are calling this function on this lst. This is our stack, suppose. So if you are executing it, then what is the problem? Empty stack is, oh sorry. So our function name, it should be is empty, like that. Now we have defined like this, is empty. Okay, so that's why this. Now if you are running it, so it is displaying us at the item at the top. But still after this, if you are performing print, then this lst, the element will remain there. Element has not been popped, but we are able to see what element is there on the top. Okay, so I hope all you have got this one. Okay, Now simply let us do this one. If you have to print the elements of a stack, all the item you want to print, so simply you can write displaying all element of the stack. Displaying all element of the stack. So simply we will be defining one function, def, and suppose function name is display, and what to be displayed? Stack has to be displayed. So again we need to check if no item is there in the stack, what will be displayed. So we have to check it. If is empty, stk, then simply write print empty stack, else means what? Elements are there and we need to display them. So else what we will write here, we can again we need to calculate the top. So top equal to len stk minus 1, because we have to start printing from there. Okay, so top we have calculated. Now we can write here print print stk top, print stk top. Okay, or what we can do, we can print all the elements using loops. Using loop we can write for x in range top, because top is the last index. So top we have to go to the first index. First index is 0, so we have to take finishing point as -1 and then a step should be -1. I hope no problem should be there to anybody at this point. So what we have
No,
to
sir.
do, we have to print all the elements. So we can write print this what is our stk, then index. So index is there in x. So that is what we will be writing. So that is done. Now let us call it. So let us have one stack. We are already having that list. List is there, so call that one. Display list lst. We are calling our function on that lst. So let us execute it. So this is how we are printing. So this printing work you have done many times, so there should not be any confusion in this. Okay, we have done it a lot of time, but here you can do something else while printing the things. If you want to display that, okay, this is the element at the top, means here one mark should be there, label should be there that this is the top element, and then below that all the other elements are there. So that can also be done. Okay, so here what we can do, we can do little bit modification here, and then we can implement that one. So we have already calculated top. So element at the top we will be printing separately. So here we will be writing print stk and then top, and here we will be putting a level with it, one level. So level, let us put it like this, and here let me write top. So it will be indicating that this is the top element. Now after that we have to print all these elements. Top has been printed separately here. Now we have to start printing all these elements without any label. So here now our starting point will be top minus 1. Top minus 1, then it will go up to -1 and state will be -1 and all the elements will be printed. Okay, so now let us run it. So here we have given the mark that this is the top element and other elements are, these elements are there in the stack. So all the operations we have done separately, we have performed. So I hope there is no problem to anybody. Is there any